Hi, today we are going to have a look at four Victorinox models: the Bijou, the Classic, which is by far the most popular Victorinox small knife there is, the Rally, and the Rover. Looking at these knives, it gives us an insight into how the engineers' minds at Victorinox works. These knives are brilliant pieces of engineering, and they are appreciated by people throughout the world. Let's look at the oldest models first, the Bijous. They are no longer in production, but you can get them still brand new and on eBay, used ones. Sometimes you find really good quality ones on eBay. All these knives, a new one will cost you around $30. This is as of 2012, end of 2012, and a used one would cost around $10 to $15 if it's in good condition, fairly good condition. Because most of these knives go on key rings, you'll find damages on the scales, but the blades and the other tools, they should be quite fine because they're made of very high quality carbon steel. Let's look at the Bijou first, and this is probably the oldest one that's been around. This is the Bijou, and it has the standard tools of this class of knife. This has what is known as a nail file with a nail cleaner tip. This is the standard blade, and I find it the most useful tool, and scissors. These scissors come in quite useful for cutting thread and all sorts of purposes, and you can use these tools for many things. I'll come to that later. And on the side you get the tweezers, useful for getting splinters out of your hand, and on the other side a toothpick, which is sort of a flexible tip toothpick, which can be useful for a lot of things, including cleaning the knife, though I don't do it myself. I mean, I don't use it to clean the knife. Knives have to be kept clean and all. And if you look carefully in the center, the Bijou models, you'll see a screw, and the scissors with the screws, now they've been replaced by rivets, are usually a bit more valuable than the ones without the screws. You get classics with screws as well. The Bijou, as you can see, this nail cleaner, it was not very useful, or that's what my thinking is, and they started replacing that with a screwdriver tip. So by increasing the number of tools, well, the official number of tools by one, so you have here, actually no, you don't have the nail cleaner anymore. So you have here the nail file, the screwdriver tip, the blade, which is the main knife. The blade will have, if it's original Victorinox, it will have the original Victorinox seal here, and the pair of scissors. Now this is the Bijou, so it has 1, 2, 3, 4, and the two plug outs, the toothpick and the tweezers, which will give us 6 functions. Now if you look at this and the Classic, which is by far the most popular, this is a Classic. I've folded the scissors back so it's easier to see. The Classic has 7 functions. It's not easy to say when you look at it because they look identical, and they are identical except for the keyring. Now at some point Victorinox probably realized that these knives are best off on your car keyring or somewhere, and they put the keyring there. So you get all the tools of the Bijou plus the keyring, which makes it 7 tools on the Classic, and the Classic has been selling like very well for Victorinox over the years. And the Classic does come with a version which does not have the screwdriver tip. This is also known as the Classic SD for screwdriver, but it has a nail file tip like this one, and that would be called the Classic NF, or just both of them are known as Classics. And on eBay you'll have to actually look at the photos because most of the sellers will not be aware of which one it is. If you are like me, the Classic, well, the scissors are not very useful to me because I can use the blade for most of the things that I use the scissors for. but what I would more like is a Phillips screwdriver, and that's what I have been using for over 20 years. I've had a knife on my keychain or car keychain, which is a class which is called a Rally. This knife has a Phillips screwdriver at the tip. It has the usual tools of the blade and the nail file with the screwdriver tip, the flat screwdriver tip, which can be used on Phillips heads, but it has a small Phillips screwdriver tip which is good for computer nuts. It has a cap lifter and a wire stripper. Now this model was just preceded by what's known as the Rover. The Rover, if you see, it nearly looks identical, and it's just like the classic. This blade replaces the scissors, and it has the cap lifters, the wire stripper, and instead of the Phillips head, it has a flat head, and the nail file has a nail cleaner. So what Victorinox did was they moved the flathead screwdriver to the nail file, making it like this, and they made this a Phillips screwdriver, making the Rally. So the Rover and the Rally are very closely related, and it has the keychain as well. So the Rally, if we count the functions, this is the Rally. If you count the function, it will have 1, 2, 3, 4 for the keyring, 5, 6 for the scale pullouts, then 7, 8, 9 functions, and I found it very useful. That's a short look at the knives of the Bijou, the Classic, the Rally, and the Rover. And the only thing I've got to add is that some people call the Bijou the Commander, which are both the same knives. Thanks for watching.